today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Syracuse Orange, taking on the third-ranked team in the land, the Maryland Terrapins. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Syracuse will kick off and will be underway. On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So Maryland's offense will get the first crack at it here. There he is, the man who makes everything go, and they believe they're going to score every time they touch it when he's on the field, Jesse.
He plays with unbelievable confidence, Reese. Always knows where to go with the football. The entire playbook is at this guy's disposal.
Yeah, which is so much fun for a coach. So much fun to play with him. A guy that can do everything. Everybody on the field is active in a weapon.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Now the pitch. Got room at the 35. And he caught that pitch in stride and was off to the races. A big gain and a first down for this offense. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Looking left. He's got it. And he'll go down, but not before the big pickup and the first down.
This offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And come on now, O-line. You got to take care of your quarterback. He takes care of you. He's the one who takes you to meals. He's the one that gets you those NIL deals. Everything happens through your quarterback. You got to keep him upright. That is your #1 priority.
Because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
This is a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Takes a hit as he fires. That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's 4th down. First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. And the ball will bounce at the 4 and find its way into the end zone for a touchback. So Syracuse's offense has its first opportunity of the day. And if these two guys wind up getting matched up, David, we'll see what wins, speed or force.
Yeah, and you love to be physical and set the tone, and this linebacker does that consistently. Now, Jesse, keeping up with the speed on the other side, that's a different animal.
Might be different, but we're going to see this receiver work underneath on some drag routes. You better be careful. You do not want to get caught in the wash against this linebacker.
Gets it out fast. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. Oh, what a move! And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Harris back to pass. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Makes the stop at the 35-yard line. They rip off 15 yards on that one, and they are rolling. Pulls it and fires to the left. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Second down coming up. He's looking to throw. Got it in the middle. It's Dominguez. And they finally haul him down, but not before the good catch and run.
And that was a nice throw by the QB. When you see that drag route coming across the field, how about putting the ball right on his numbers? Not high, not low, where he has to stop his momentum. Right on the numbers where he can catch it, keep running, and chew up some yards after the catch.
Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Cuse.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in the game.
And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Maryland has the ball back and the Terrapin offense ready to go. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
So just how aggressive can they afford to be as they snap it on 2nd and long from the 13? He's looking to throw. He'll pull it down. Running through contact. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Man, that used to just drive me nuts. I couldn't stand that. The quarterback drops back to pass, scrambles around. You got me chasing you all over the field, getting close to the sideline. Stay in bounds. Please stay in bounds. Let me get a little bit of a reward for all my running so I can just put some kind of hit on you. Nope. Step.
Looking for a deep man. And they took a shot on that one but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on 2nd down. He's not afraid to go deep. It's caught. They got him free for a big gainer to the 43. And the Terrapins are moving quickly down the field. Comes out throwing on 1st down. The sure hands, it's Turner. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding, I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. 3rd and short, coming from the 34. You wonder if this is 4-down territory. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, you live by the blitz, you die by the blitz. That time, the defense called it at the perfect time. The linebacker able to make the stop on a short gain.
And from the offense's perspective, that's probably making a little something out of nothing. Guys, we're at the end of the quarter, and Syracuse has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the 2nd quarter. A 51-yard field goal is not really unreasonable in terms of range, but they'll try to convert on 4th down. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
I think sometimes you can overthink things a little bit as a play caller. And on 4th down, I know you've got a receiver who's really fast, and you're trying to get him the football and see if he can get to the perimeter of the field. But the defense was waiting on it. That was maybe a little bit too obvious, and I think you can put that 4th down fail on the play call.
Yeah, when you get that man coverage, most people are taught to have inside leverage. So that out route's there if your QB can put some air on it and throw it outside of the guy. But tight coverage, but a really nice throw on that out route.
Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game now on 2nd down. From the shotgun, they'll run it. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Linebackers have such an amazing responsibility. Got to play run, got to play pass. How about this? Seeing the run aggressively, getting downhill, and getting in the backfield and making a tackle for a loss.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Trying to get to it. And they got him for the sack.
And those outside linebackers nowadays, they're so fast. They got to cover ground. You can blitz them off the edge, and they can get after quarterbacks. Versatile. That's why they're getting drafted so high in the NFL and getting paid all that money.
On the return, it's Turner. Slips through the line. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. looking to go up top on first down. That's reeled in. It's Turner. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. New set of downs after that completion. Off the play fake on first down. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense, pressuring the quarterback.
Fires toward the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Maryland!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They scored fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. And the extra point was good to finish things off. And we're all square as he set to kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot. And you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. Offense will try to strike on 1st and 10. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. Finds his big tight end. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
Off the RPO, complete. And how about that catch and run? So dangerous, this guy.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
The RPO, fire complete to the left. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9. What a weapon these wide receiver screens can be. Not only do you get a convoy blocking, you get dynamic running.
When you do this and you show me the threat of throwing this wide receiver screen, it makes me play defense differently. It makes me have more guys out wide, which opens the box inside. So I think it's really smart for coordinators and offenses to continually throw these screens to playmakers.
Harris will throw. Got his man out of the backfield. And that was a high percentage completion and a low efficiency pass. They lose yardage. You can't hear yourself think on 3rd and goal. They're going to throw it again. He's got it. And he will score. Touchdown, Orange. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And they finish it off by connecting from 10 yards out. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. And, David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. He's got it downfield for a huge gain.
And listen, this is where you catch a defense off guard. They're not expecting the fullback to be a big part of the throwing game. How about the big play game, gaining all that yardage? That is not something that was in the scouting report. Nice job by the offense drawing up a play for the big fullback.
And eventually taken down, but what about that spin move gives him the first down yardage? And this offense has a chance to pull even as we get deep in the first half. Defense trying to hold on to the lead. Getting some heat. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Terrapins!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. The give to the back. That's a live ball. Now look what I found. I'd say that's a stroke of good fortune. The offense keeps it. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Second down after the offense averted absolute disaster. Harris back to pass. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Looking to move it through the air. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Incomplete. They took a shot to wrap up the half and came up empty. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. A first half that saw a little bit of everything there in College Park.
The Terrapins will boot it away to start the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Nice job getting outside, right? Those running backs, they get on those tracks, they run outside. Now they're in the open field. It's so tough. Those safeties are flying down, try to get an angle, but you could tell the speed sets them up, makes the big play out to the left.
The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. Harris will throw. Working the middle, it's complete. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. This offense has a second down play. Give to the running back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. That linebacker saw the express lane right to the ball carrier.
And a great job by the defensive line, getting some push, making them use their resources on him. The linebacker comes free, boom, and making the backfield for a tackle for a loss.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. Syracuse will send out the punt team.
And I love playing man coverage on the back end, getting those receivers' faces. Don't let them feel comfortable and run zone where they can find all these holes in the zone, and my rush can't get home. Pressure them, pressure them, pressure them.
They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Line gets set, first down. Running back searching for a hole. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
Feeling some heat. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
Looking to throw on second down. He'll pull it down and run. Turns it on in midfield. And he won't quite. Boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. Might be decision time if the defense can get a stop on third down from the 45. Caught in the backfield, it's Rasmussen. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback, finding his open receiver on third down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is third down conversion percentage. If you're a great third down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill third down so much in practice.
And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there.
Sometimes these guys just have eyes in the back of their head. You saw it right there. He was able to buy himself time, get outside the pocket, and at that point, I think the decision was pretty easy. Hey, I can go get this.
Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Maryland! And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half. And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll bring it out. It's Howard. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do it.
The expressway is wide open. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
And the tackle was made, but there has been a flag thrown.
Hold it.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. Offense gets set for second down. From the gun. Give on the inside. Tripped up for the tackle.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if the offense was going to be able to dig themselves out of this hole, but on second in California, they dial up the running play, now setting up third and short.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. To the ground to try to move the chains. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Syracuse will be forced to punt. On the return, it's Turner. Makes a move. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Maryland has the ball back in the Terrapin offense ready to go. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of bounce, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Pollock.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
He's looking for a man on second down. He turns it loose to the left. A big-time catch along the sidelines. Got the foot down and an excellent throw, too. That's the way you get things going. A huge play and now attacking from just inside the red zone. They're trying to get to him. They get to him as he throws. Makes a connection. And he's got enough for a first down. Now to see if they have enough time to snap it again here in the third. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Maryland has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Terrapins! The offense strikes again to extend its lead here in the second half.
And they got everything working. How great is this? You extend your lead. Now you get your defense back on the field. Great job taking advantage of the situation and building on that lead.